Oh shit, we're live.
So what's up? Mm-hmm.
So sorry, bro. My apologies. That's like the first time I ate today, actually. Just like some pizza. But Chase Whallon, my guy,
Yes, sir.
finally made it happen, bro. I know we've been talking about this for a while.
You know it, brother. We gotta get it done.
And here we are. What better time than the new year, 2025, just doing these new things. Kind of like what you mentioned earlier. We're just getting at it. Like, who is not perfect, but at least we're doing it.
The goal is to not hit a home run, it's just to get on base.
I like that. Where'd you hear that from?
Travis Stevenson. He's he's big in the affiliate marketing space. Went to one of his conferences, it was a conference about probably 2 years ago, and he was actually one of the main people that really pushed me to start my personal brand.
Oh yeah, is he out of like Tampa, Florida area, or is like
Yeah, he's out of
crazy?
Tampa. He's been traveling for the last, I want to say, year, but he just bought a house somewhere in the country. He's big on like raising chickens. The health that goes into the
I already
behind.
know. When you get to like that level of like success in business, like I feel like everybody they just start like doing that. Like they go move to like a farm or I don't know, start making their own food or something. I don't know. I don't know why. You just do that.
I know. I think I know why. It's because you just feel better, right? Like, and we're eating real food, not eating junk food, and you actually have systems around your health. Then everything adds up to the outcome. I mean, that's what I've learned.
Yeah.
Firsthand.
I guess when you get some money and you get some extra time, then you can start allocating those resources to like living a healthier, happier life.
Yeah, and I think it's like it just comes down to like the feeling that eating good food gives you, working out gives you, right? It's the feeling. It's not so much of like the cost of like, oh, I gotta wake up early, or the convenience of getting fast food and junk food, right? Once you got in or at least for me, because I got into cooking during the pandemic. That was kind of my way of. I just had to figure out something new to do, and I mean everyone was at home, so I figured might as well learn how to throw it out in the kitchen. So, and ever since then, I stopped eating junk food, chicken tenders, all that crap, and night and day difference on like how your body actually feels and functions on daily basis.
Right. And like no homo, but you look good, bro. Like your just skin is like smooth. I feel like a lot of people, even me, I'm trying to work on it too, but like you just got good skin, bro. And it comes from drinking water, eating healthy, eliminating sugars,
100%.
being active, sauna.
No soda, no pop. 100% sauna. I'm a big sauna person. I try to do it every single day, if not necessarily in the morning. I try to do it at night. So also sometimes I figure that your dopamine is strongest in the morning. So sometimes I don't necessarily like to just go work out right away. I like to just get right to work. But sometimes I have found it that I actually put it into ChatGPT like a month ago, and it said that heat actually increases dopamine. So I did not know that. So actually, by going in the sauna early in the morning, you're increasing your dopamine levels, which is really, really interesting. I haven't really tested it too much, but yeah, I'm a big sauna person.
How are you on, what is like your take on like routines? Like, do you have like a morning or like a night routine?
100%. So I would say I've been testing out different routines for the last about 7 years. Now I don't say that there's like a perfect routine. I've tried everything under the sun: journaling, writing down your affirmations, speaking out loud, looking in the mirror, reading a note, basically like a who is Chase Whallon, who is Noah Keener, like a document every morning that's like takes me 5, 7 minutes. I've tried a bunch of different things, but what I figured out for myself is the nighttime routine is more important actually than the morning routine. Because if I can set myself up, and I know exactly what I need to be doing
Right.
at basically, if I can set myself up for the next day at night, then everything is just ready to go for the morning.
Yeah, which is huge because I forgot who I was listening to the other day, but he said that same. Oh, it was this guy named Jesse Itzler. He's like this entrepreneur dude. His wife is like a huge entrepreneur. Her name is Sarah Blakely. I don't know if you heard her name. She like owns Spanx and all this stuff. He's like the co-owner of like the Atlanta Hawks basketball team. He actually, I bought this calendar from his company. It's his thing.
Okay.
And
Oh,
he literally,
yeah.
yeah, the runner guy, like scruffy, the thing, super powerful influence.
Mm-hmm.
And he literally just made a video the other day saying that he doesn't really put effort into the morning routine because for him, the nighttime routine is so much more important that it's already, the nighttime, the day before is setting the tone for the next day.
So exactly. So my two biggest things that I do every single day, excuse me, every single night. One is I create a to-do list for the next day, and this to-do list only has 3 things on it because what I found is that when you have more than 3 things, then it just becomes too overwhelming. 3 just seems to be like a magic number. 2 works really well too, even just 1, but I've found 3 seems to be the magic number. So that's the first thing that I do. But I'm also just obsessed with a long, long hot shower at night because
Wow.
what this does is just it lets you just completely decompress. It allows your thoughts to just free flow, and it just is a really just calming environment. So I mean, I'll even put up a candle, like I'll make it really relaxing, and then it's crazy how many thoughts just come spewing out when you're just trying to actually sit there and just relax.
Damn. And out of like curiosity, my curiosity, and maybe some of the listeners, like for today, what was your 3 like to-do list for today?
So today's a Saturday, so I've been trying lately to take Saturdays more for personal life. So today, hung out with my dad, got the dog, got some running in. It's really just getting to the store, really just personal things. But Sundays, though, Sundays are one of my favorite days because a lot of people, they take the day off, right? They take the weekends off. Well, what I'm doing on Sunday is every single Sunday, I basically map out my ideal week. And basically the way I do this is a perfect, basically kind of segment what I was talking about earlier with the to-do list. So the way I basically do it is imagine you have like 30 different things on your list. And the problem with that is obviously like that's a big, big, big long list. And it just seems super overwhelming. So what I do is I like to split it up between personal life and business. So then you can kind of see what's actually going on. And then every Sunday, what I do is I prioritize this week between personal life and business. And then basically daily, I just take the top, like I said, the top 3 things. And then I just know exactly what I need to be doing and when, because everything is prioritized on Sunday and mapped out and scheduled out on Sunday before I have to actually do it.
Damn, bro. Look, like just listening to you like say this is like I just kind of want to like damn, bro, that's good. Like
I mean, it took me
sick.
a long time to figure that out. And it really does. Like I have a YouTube video that'll be out soon. Hopefully it'll be out by the time this is out, basically breaking this entire system down. And then also to take it even to the next level, right? You can also use AI and you can tell AI what your schedule is and basically tell them every single thing that you need to be doing on a weekly basis. And then they will create a schedule for you.
Damn.
So you can help make sure that you're in the right place at the right time. Pretty powerful stuff.
Yeah, 100%. Maybe that's what I should do. I use like AI, obviously, like in the world of like content creating and video production and marketing, like kind of goes hand. I feel like obviously the tech guys are like front runners of AI, but I feel like right behind them is like the creators because we're trying to find an easier, faster workflow.
Yeah, it's the creators and the marketers because I mean, at the end of the day, AI is all about time, right? And
Right.
what is time? Time is money. So
Right.
very simple. And yeah, you can actually go. I'm doing this myself. I think I mentioned to you there's what's called a GPT, and so everyone knows what Chat GPT is, where you can just go in and kind of use it as Google. But if you pay $20 a month, what you can do is you can actually create your own GPT. And basically, what a GPT is a trained AI software in one specific subject. So, for example, sales, or for this example, right, time blocking. So it's literally trained specifically in one certain thing, and over time, it just keeps getting better and better and better the more information that you feed it. So
Right.
this is something that I've been implementing to to just get my time dialed in completely, so I'm not wasting it.
Yeah. And to kind of touch on what you said is I use AI and everything for like work and creative stuff. But I need to, and I have been recently starting to get back to just like use it more on like a personal level. Like the other day, I forgot what I typed in. It was something so simple like, what did I say? It was like, oh, here's my ideal like morning. Like I want to go to the gym, sauna, food. What order should I do that in? Just like little things like that in your personal life, like
And
is another aspect that I don't even think of. And I know half of the freaking people out there aren't even on the cutting
100%.
edge of that.
So I heard Ty Lopez actually say that he thinks that he's one of the top 1% for AI users. And that got me thinking, I'm like, maybe I need to use it a little bit more. So I want to say the last month and a half, I use it for almost everything. I just talk into it, and then and there's actually a way that it can talk back. You can just have a real conversation. You don't have to just keep
Yeah.
typing it out every time, because that's what gets super annoying, right? Setting it.
Right. Which AI platform are you liking right now the most?
So I bounced around, but I just like how ChatGPT and OpenAI, how they have so many different opportunities essentially, and they're
Yeah.
always developing their.
It's like the Apple of AI, I feel like.
It is right now, yeah.
But there's a bunch of them. I actually just signed up for this one the other day. It's called Claude by like
Mhm.
this company called Anthropic.
Okay.
Dude, it is thick.
Powerful.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. And there's like, obviously they have like Bard and Gemini and
Oh yeah.
Perplexity. There's all of these type of AIs, and it's really just got to find which one has like that UX, that user experience when you open the app, like what it looks like. And ChatGPT just has that Apple, that just like that standard feel. But Claude, bro, Claude will spit out some answers where you're like, yeah, check that out. Anybody listening,
It's
everybody knows Chat GPT, but like check out Claude by Anthropic. And they make a lot of good a lot of good products too.
E or a K. Claw.
Claude, Claude. Claude.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah, the freaking world of AI is crazy. And imagine what it's only been I think ChatGPT came out in like 2022 or something. They've been working on it for like
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Like I think it was like 2013 OpenAI like became like a thing. And a lot of people don't know this, but Elon Musk was one of the people that helped start OpenAI. But the
Really?
fact yeah,
Well, I guess I kind of did know that with, I guess, Tesla and
yeah.
SpaceX, but yeah, that makes sense. It makes a lot
And
of
I
sense.
guess like I don't know, don't quote me on none of this, but I guess like OpenAI started off as like a nonprofit company,
I
and
think you're right. Yeah.
the values with Elon and the people that started it just kind of swerved, and then now he's leaving fucking OpenAI to go start Grok AI on X, which I don't know if you use Grok. I
I
don't,
don't.
because
I don't.
I just don't know like how X in or not like AI already into a social platform. It's just like I don't know, maybe just a little too much for me right now.
Yeah, I would say it has its use cases, right? Maybe for, I don't know, you'd have to play around with it, right?
Right.
Content creation, or yeah, really just diving in. Because that's the thing, like just assuming that it doesn't work as well, might be like shooting yourself in the foot, right?
Yeah.
Because one platform might be better than, or might be like 10 times better than every other social media platform.
Right. I do know the XAI or Grok or whatever is pretty good at generating like AI images. Like if you type in something like
Yeah.
Nolan Chase running down the Sunset Beach on wherever.
Really, I was showing Noah right before this my screensaver, and I love to, yeah, kind of just
Can
make.
you pull up the iPad real quick? Just because like that thing is fire,
Uh,
and just not like to like show like, oh, look at this wallpaper. It's more of like, look at the use cases that people are
yeah,
using AI in different ways,
yeah. So let's see.
which could just like, I don't know, give somebody some ideas of what they could do.
Let me
And you
see.
generated that whole image. That's like your town that you're in.
Yeah,
And that's like sick, bro. The way like the blue and the orange is like AI understands like that stuff. Like blue and
it does.
orange on the opposite of the color wheel, they hit together. So that's, unless you told it to type, unless you told it to do
Oh,
that.
it's crazy because there's actually here. I'll show you this one too. This is my dog. Or there we go. So that's my
Yeah.
dog, and that's AI too. But there's uh, basically the orange,
Wow.
and he's an English cream retriever. So yeah, it's just fun because sometimes just messing around with it, putting it to the test.
Yeah. And you, for those, you used ChatGPT.
ChatGPT, yep.
Yeah. I've been doing some interesting things too with it now. It's like, it's getting crazier. I'm just throwing shit at it now. Like the other day, I was editing a video and I put the video in the chat and I was like, chat, analyze this video and like see where I can like make it better. And it just spits out all this stuff, bro. I'm like,
Yeah, so
wow.
that's I just got done building a lead magnet, and I ran it through ChatGPT. I was like, where can I make improvements? Like, how is my tone? If I wanted to not come off as salesy, where could I fix it? Could I add stats in certain places? Could I take stories out of certain places, add stories into other places? And even if you give it more context like that, what it's capable of doing for you is absolutely mind-boggling. It is
Insane.
crazy. I didn't
Insane.
think, and I think the craziest part is the disruption that it actually had to the industry. Because at the time, if you remember, everybody was talking about the metaverse, and then all of a sudden, OpenAI just came and just smacked everybody in the face.
So
And
true.
I mean, everyone kind of knows, I think, at this point, but those that understand it the best are going to make the most money because someone's always going to have to manage the AI. Like, yes, you can have AI for the AI, which is already out there and doing, but
Mm,
someone has to still push the button and turn it on.
right.
So, and those that know how to set it up, those know how to use it, are going to um, win the most in the long run. That's actually what even got me back into the social media marketing space because, being in the coaching industry for a year and a half, it was fun, but honestly, like I couldn't see myself truly doing it for the rest of my life, just coaching. Um, just because B2C, it can be draining. It can be draining just because when people pay you thousands of dollars for information and they don't do what you tell them to do, then it's quite annoying.
Yeah.
But
And you feel you feel that responsibility.
yeah,
I know
yeah,
exactly what you're talking about. Obviously, we worked together in the past, and we've had a few clients where it's
100%.
like it's that same exact thing. Like we tell them, like, all right, we recommend you doing these boom, boom, boom steps. You're paying us to tell you these steps, and then but you don't do them. It's like
And
now you're making me look bad. Now you're making me feel bad.
the coaching industry is especially if you're not. All right, so I should backtrack. The business coaching space is really, I would just say, not really a fun place to be in, just because everybody's offer is essentially, hey, pay me whatever money up front. Let's say $1,000, $5,000, and within your first month, you'll get your first client, your first two clients, and you'll pay back the investment, and you'll have money and you'll have momentum to move forward. The problem with that is they don't know. They specifically don't know if you can get the results until that month is over.
Right.
So they're basically just lying to your face. And yes, sure, a certain percentage, a small percentage will, make their investment back on that first month. But for 90% of people, and I've been through tons of programs myself, you don't see the big promise that, they pitch you with within the first month, right? In order to actually achieve something great, you have to put in the work. Like it's going to take time. It's not just going to happen overnight. And a lot of these business marketing guys, coaches, they just want to sell you a dream, and they know damn well that you're not qualified, that you're not going to do the work beforehand, but they still just take your money anyway.
Yeah.
And that is just what it's really hurting the space, right? And it's not you get on sales calls with other people, and they're like, well, I've been looking at this guy's content, and I'm like, yeah, that like you should stop because you get on the call with these people, and their expectations of what they think of reality is absolutely crazy. Because yes, sure, you can turn on ads and within the first month sign a couple clients, but if you don't have the infrastructure of your business built out first, you're literally building your business on sand, right? And what happens? Wave comes, storm comes, boom, your business gets absolutely killed. And like you don't have any systems dialed in. You probably don't even know what your closing rate is. Like there's just so many things that need to happen before you just turn on ads. And unfortunately, most business coaches, they just tell you that needs to be the number one thing they need to do, which a lot of times the main problem just comes down to attention. It's not necessarily ads, but
Right.
that's something that I've learned. And it definitely, so that's B2C, that's the coaching space. It definitely takes the same effect in B2B. And now that AI is here, everything is just getting way easier. Because imagine what used to, I mean, for you to send 100 DMs, that's all automated now. Like literally, if people get on the phone with me and they're like, well, I don't want to do outreach. I'm like, you don't have to. Like, the system does it for you, right? Like that changes the game because it's not time consuming anymore. You don't feel guilty in the DMs because you're not there yourself.
Right.
It's just a system that's getting done on your behalf. So AI is changing a lot of things, and I'm here for it.
I'm going to say, like, I'm down. Like, I feel like I don't really know too many people that aren't like opening AI with like welcome arms, because the older generation, like for instance, my parents, other than like Siri on the iPhone, I don't think they're not using AI, so it doesn't really like affect them or bother them. And then on the other hand, the younger generation, the next, they're already using it to levels that we probably don't even know.
So I just think the younger generation needs to be very, very careful. TikTok is officially getting banned.
They made it a thing. It's official.
Within the next 2 weeks, it's getting banned.
I knew it was January 18th, but it was the 19th, because Trump takes office the very next day. He's going to try to pause it. So it's 19th. He takes office on the 20th.
Yeah, so it's getting banned.
I hope it does. I really hope it does.
I like it just because the attention has to go somewhere. There's always going to be platforms that have undervalued attention. You hear me talk about this all the time. I think
right, like Pinterest is going to pop off again or something.
What his new book is about. Yeah, I mean, right now, one thing that I think Threads is super underrated. No one is hardly on Threads. It's Instagram's version of X, of Twitter, right? But what's cool is it actually while you're on Instagram scrolling, tweets or posts from Threads pop up, and that's what actually got me onto it, because what they would do is they would post things that were super compelling, and then I didn't get to finish the end, so it made me download the app and get onto the platform. So I kind of like that dual push that that they show not just your post on Threads itself, but they also show your post on Instagram, trying to
Is
get.
it vice versa too? On Threads, they show
No,
Instagram posts.
no,
They're
not
not.
vice versa. No.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, and I mean, I've had some posts go viral, not like millions, right? But it's just about knowing what to say at the right time, and yeah, it's fun. Threads is definitely a place that I think everyone like nowadays with social media, most people are on like 4 platforms. So I think you should stick to 3. I
What are
think
your 3? What are your 4? Your
so.
4 go tos.
I think in a way you need some sort of way to give off a lifestyle vibe, right? Instagram's very easy to do that with just pictures. Um, Now, long form content is 100% the, the play, because right now we're in no one trusts anybody, right? And other people have said it, we're in a trust recession, and
Right. I was
the
telling
only
my
way to
buddy
get
that the other day.
the only way to get people to trust you is for them to like spend time with you. So long form content is definitely the number one driver. So YouTube, um, but then after that, owning your email list. I mean, nobody owns their social media, right? It would go viral, your account gets shut down for absolutely no reason. You could have the biggest YouTube, you could have 1,000 or 1,000,000 subscribers on YouTube. Again, your account gets shut down. But when you actually
Fuck
have your email
that.
list, it hasn't changed in 40 years. Like email has not changed in 40 years.
And it's coming back. I
Did you
think. I
see?
was telling my brother that I think it's coming back.
Oh, it's definitely coming back. Did you see what Instagram posted? Like, I want to say it was like a month or two ago. Yeah, about a month and a half ago, 6 weeks. They posted that the algorithm was not posting small business content,
Hmm.
and they made a mistake. Essentially, the algorithm made a mistake and wasn't posting small business content. So that makes absolutely zero sense. So just like this whole random category of people just get punished because they did nothing wrong, like that makes zero sense. On top of
Yeah.
you already only have about 8 to 10% reach on Instagram. So if you have 1,000 followers, like 80 of them are getting seeing your post. Like that
Right.
is pretty bad. On with email marketing, the average I would say ranges from 20 to 40. So let's say around 30%. Um, and it's way quicker, way better chance of actually getting your message heard and seen. Simple as that.
Yeah, which is sick because I'm actually helping my little brother set up his business. And one of the things, like, I would say one of the pillars of marketing that we're going to lean on, especially in the car, he's like I don't want to say like car repair shop because it's more than that. He like does like performance upgrades to like European cars, BMWs, like higher end sports cars.
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling him like email marketing for like those niche and those type of people, I think is going to be crucial. And there's so many different things you can do with it.
Well, the best part about email marketing too is you get to learn your customers' behavior based off of what they're doing, right? So are they opening your emails? Are they clicking the links in your emails? All that matters. And what you can do is you can segment them, and now you can start communicating with them differently depending on what actions they're taking. Because if someone's clicking on to your links and going to your website, but they're not taking action, right? Then that means that you probably need to hit them harder with a harder sales sequence. Same thing with somebody that may not be opening your emails. You need to hit them with a re-engagement sequence so you can get them invested back into, your brand, your offer, whatever you have going on. So yeah, email marketing is 100%. I think it's hard, right? It's hard because you have to get people on your list. But again, that's where having a killer lead magnet comes into play.
And speaking, I was helping him set up his Instagram. Instagram now has lead form generations on, like when you go to your homepage, they now have lead form generations. Because we set up like a get quote. Usually you have to like backlink that to like somewhere else.
Yeah.
Now, bro, it's name, number, email, and boom.
I do think everyone needs to be on Instagram, just because it's been a leading platform in the social media space for too long. I think that you just can't say no. I think yeah, you can say no to Twitter. You can say
TikTok.
no obviously, it's going bye bye. You have no
Right,
choice.
right, right, right.
You can say no to threads. You can say no to maybe some of the tweet style posts, but those are so easy to batch create. So easy to batch create. So you might as well. I mean, I'm all about attention. So
Yeah.
you
And
can.
Google too for businesses, like real businesses, like
Oh yeah.
putting content on Google. I
Yep.
think it's overlooked because they don't. Google's not a social media platform, although
Mhm.
it's linked to all of the platforms. I don't know if you know now, like in Google, if you type in something, Instagram posts are showing up,
Oh yeah.
YouTube videos are showing up,
Oh yeah.
Twitter. I don't think there's like X posts that are showing up, but like just the way it's all coming full circle now is you kind of have to hit them with the omni channel presence. Remember
You have to be omnichannel.
we used to have to coach people on omnipresence back in like what was that? That was like 2022. We were like preaching
Yeah.
omnipresence.
Yeah. But no, it's true. I mean, and especially now, like that's the problem. Everyone's attention span is just so much shorter, especially with the younger generation being on their phones as much as they are. I think it's absolutely crazy. I mean, you go out to dinner and you see like a family sitting there, and all three, kids are sitting there on their phone. And this actually happened. The worst part is I looked up and the dad was on his phone too. So like this,
Yeah,
it's just not a good look, right? Um,
that's just not going to go down in the Keener household. That's for sure.
no, you're not getting us. I mean,
No.
yeah, you're not getting it. You're not
Well,
getting
kind of. Well, I listened. I don't know if you heard Joe Rogan and Mark Zuckerberg. They did a podcast the other day, and Mark Zuckerberg Joe was asking him about like, what are your kids doing with like technology and social media? Like, how are they using it? And Mark Zuckerberg was like, well, my kids use it for communication and like
yeah.
productivity. They're like learning how to like
They're
build
teaching.
and stuff.
Yeah, they're teaching. Mark Zuckerberg's daughter is learning how to code. So
Right. And obviously, they're using technology, iPads, but like,
not
and which I'm
aiming.
cool with. Like, if I have a little kid and I'm like, you're not doing shit. I'm like, all right, maybe you like video games. So let's set up a stream for you to like at least try to like do some type of productivity thing rather than just that
It's
all
the
day long.
aimlessly scrolling, right?
Right.
It's almost like nowadays you. It's, I mean, I could technically make this comparison. It's like sending your kid to a public school. You don't know what curriculum they're going to be taught. You don't know what the teacher is going to
That's fire.
decide
Because
to teach them.
that's a
Like you don't
fire.
know. Just like giving them a phone, like you're just being like, here's access to the internet, and you don't know what's going to get put in front of their face. So yeah, like
That's
have
a fire analogy.
have better systems to handle that BS. Because yeah, kids should not be like. When's the last time I was actually talking to my barber about this the other day? Kids nowadays, they're not outside. Like they don't even know how to play outside anymore. Like I was getting in trouble still when I was like 15, like 16, just like being a punk outside. Like that
That's
was just
like
part of my childhood. Like I didn't like we would throw. It'd start off playing like a game of lightning in the driveway basketball, and then like someone would be throwing basketballs at each other, right? Like that's how it worked. Nowadays, like kids are just like stuck in their phone, and I don't
Fortniting.
know. I do honestly think though that the generation behind them is gonna break out of it. I really do, because I think that they're just they're gonna see the downfall of the generation before them, and they're just gonna be like, I don't know. I just don't think scrolling like that in let's say 5, 10 years is gonna be as popular.
Yeah, I don't think so either. And like what you just kind of said is like that generation, if it was me and like I was coming up underneath that generation, I bet they would just be like so like brittle and like they don't like because they don't go outside. They don't get dirt on their skin. Like they're gonna get sick. Eat like soft, bro. Fucking
Like
soft.
like your phone died. Like, oh man, what am I gonna do? Like,
Bro,
oh,
it's so true.
you're with your friends. What do you need to your phone for?
Right, go play in the dirt. I remember like I used to get yelled at because I'm running outside with no shoes on. My mom's like, "You're gonna get holes in your socks."
Yeah,
Nowadays, it's like, "Where's my charger?" And uh, I don't even
No,
fucking know, bro. I don't have kids. You don't have kids.
no,
Do you
no.
want kids one day, or what is that
Yeah,
looking like?
I want kids one day. Yep. Probably still 5, 6 years away though. Honestly.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of crazy to say that I'm like
I've
in the
always.
process of making the kids shit happen, which I
Yeah. I
never thought
mean,
I would be there.
I would say I'm very fortunate. I've never had the feeling of feeling like a lot of people where they feel like they have to do things at a certain age. So, for example, have to, go to college at 18, get a big boy job at this time. I have to find the love of my life at this time. I have to be married by this time. I have kids by this time. I've
Right.
just never, my whole life has never really been like very ordinary in that way. So I've kind of always known that it's not gonna end up like that. Like I'm not gonna have kids when I'm 30. Like it's just I'm gonna be a little bit behind, and that's totally all right with me because I think a lot of people they beat themselves up about it, right? And they stress about it way too much, and then they make decisions that are honestly selfish because they're just thinking about in the moment and they're not thinking about like the actual long term.
Right.
So
That's
yeah,
good,
it's all about
bro.
long term thinking, man.
That's good, bro. You sound something you got to kind of figure out. For me, on the other hand, I'm just going with the flow. Luckily, I found
You're
like, but
good,
then again, on your part, you never know, bro. You could step outside tomorrow and meet that shorty,
dude.
that shorty, and then you fall head over heels.
100%. The door's never closed.
Right.
100%. Um,
Especially being in your market in Tampa, Florida, bro. Like, if I was single, I would have to stay inside, dog, because it's
yeah,
just too many distractions out there. And thankfully, like when me and
my
my girl
first
were talking
year,
about,
my
we
first
were
year down here, my first year down here, and if you end up, I don't know, whatever you decide doing, I want to get you down to Florida eventually. But that first year I was down here, I mean, so I came like 8 months after I left the city that I was living in, which was a college town. And my roommate from college essentially needed another roommate in Florida. And at the time, my little brother and little sister moved down here for college. So I was like, little brother, little sister are going, big brother's going too. So that's what I did. And yeah, never looked back. Never looked back. But that first year, partied way too much, just was at the beach, drinking all the time at the pool, having beers, and the sunlight, like the vibes, the sunset, like it really did get to me. I think it was also because I was, younger. I was 23, so it was part of that, era. But
right.
yeah, you gotta watch out for that too, being in Florida, because there's so many people down here, especially like the Miami scene, who they're just partying all the time, and like yeah, it looks good on Instagram, but like no, it's expensive in Florida. It's expensive to live here, so you gotta work your ass off.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a beautiful spot. Like I had my little stint in the Florida. I don't know if anybody's listening that doesn't know my background. I've already mentioned in a previous podcast when me and Becca were talking, but I had my little stint in Florida, bro. This shit is I liked it. I kind of like that crazy hectic lifestyle. But now I didn't know how to manage it back then. I was a fucking
Yeah,
21-year-old kid
exactly.
I was a hockey player going to school for the first time. I didn't know how to manage the beach. Just simply having that ocean and the beach
Yeah,
access all day
it's
long.
crazy.
I didn't know how to manage that.
Yeah,
So now being older and have gone through those experiences, obviously, like I would like it'd be a good market to be in. So who knows, bro? Maybe we'll
100%.
get down there again sometime.
It's also like your mindset though. Like I think about people back in Michigan where it's like cloudy 80% of the time. You also have to be like super motivated too, right? That.
True.
So there's two ways you look at it. You either look at like, oh, this sucks. I'm super depressed. I live in Michigan, like, or you're just like, oh, I gotta get out. Like, I gotta work, grind to change the situation.
Right.
Always about basically there's two things that everybody can do control no matter what. You control your effort every single day, and you control your attitude every single day. As long as you can do those two things and do them without complaining, then you're winning.
Yeah, no, it's huge. Especially like where you said Michigan people. You're from Michigan. I lived in Michigan for a little bit too.
Mhm.
And it's just something about it. Like it's product market fit. I still believe just like you can't sell a remote to somebody that doesn't have a TV. Like
Mhm.
it's the
Mhm.
same thing. And I think everybody has their product market fit in their environment.
100%.
And I think people just don't, I know. So like, bro, the amount of people that I know personally and that I just like come in contact with that say like they hate where they're living,
Yeah, it's way too
like
many people.
fucking move, do
Yeah,
something about it. Like
it's
I hate the snow, and I'm like, you live in Michigan. How do you hate the snow? Why are you here?
mhm. It's crazy. And a lot of it just comes down to so I would say what well for me, I was blessed because I moved away when I was 15. So I was very comfortable leaving home a lot. People have never left home once. And I feel like that I encourage everyone that they need to leave home at least one
I
time.
agree.
Move back, but then move back
I
for at
agree.
least 6 months, like if you don't like it. But
I'm telling my little brother that right now.
really believe that that time will change your life and it will probably dictate who you become. And because experiences shape you, right?
100%.
Experiences
I'm
shape
literally telling my youngest brother, Nash, he is 19. Bro, he's the book smartest out of all of me and my
you.
brothers. This man, straight A's all the way. And he's in his junior year of college and he doesn't really know what exactly he wants to do. But I'm telling, like, he had all these opportunities to go to school in like different states, full ride, like the military's paying for his schooling. And I
Mhm.
was trying to get him so like, bro, like, just go do a year, like go live, like just go do that thing because you're gonna grow immensely. Like just being able to take care of yourself at 19 years old
Mhm.
is a huge game changer. And luckily, like you said, me and you, we got lucky because we played hockey
Yeah.
and we got sent off. And
Discipline was built in at a young age.
right, because I'm 17 years old, I'm driving across the country in my parents' car with all my shit in the back. Like to
Like,
have that, and then I'm gonna go meet up with a random team of people that I don't even know and go live in this house of that I don't know. Like we are blessed, bro.
so blessed. My mom always says that it was one of her, because mom always wants to take care of her baby.
Yes,
I'm the
sir.
oldest son. I was the oldest son. So at the time, she said that was the worst decision she ever made. But no, looking back, she 100% agrees that it was 100% the best decision she ever made because it truly did help shape me to become who I am today. Simple as that.
Yeah.
So
Do you have like looking back now, like this enormous amount of like gratitude for your parents for sacrificing so you could play hockey?
yeah, 100%. 100%. They just always, and it wasn't even about just hockey. They just allowed me to dream and believe. And
Mm,
even when people said, like, oh, you're like too small or you're not big enough, or I always found a way, whether it was like with my speed or my creativity and hands or whatever it was, my parents just always had my back. So, yeah, 100%. Big shout out to them. And just how freaking expensive the sport is. Like, yikes.
I know. In the middle of it, I didn't. I mean, I knew it, but like you don't realize it until you start making your own
So
money.
you're an adult and you're like, oh wow, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and I look back and I'm like, my dumbass, ungrateful ass is in the pro shop before hockey games, looking at these $250 sticks. Like, I need two of them.
Flexing $180 stick just to, yeah.
And I just have this enormous, immense of gratitude for my parents now for what they did, and I try to tell them, expressing that to them, and like I just want there to like that's why I try to work harder now because I want to like be able to like give back somehow. Like they don't need my money. My mom's retired now. Like they're gonna like starting to like go do their own thing. There's only one kid left in the house, but I still like because I honestly I was a fucked up kid too. I put them through so much like just so much shit, like getting in trouble at school and the police and the law and all that stuff. I'm just like, dang. And they still answer my phone calls, so that's
Exactly.
what's up.
Exactly. No,
That's what's up.
you need a good a good support system, 100%. Even if that's not necessarily with parents, just somebody, right? Like have
Yeah,
some support system. Like go get a dog, doesn't matter. Like you gotta.
right. That shit works too. The dog works because
The dog works. The dog would work.
I did that too.
Yeah, the dog works. Just don't keep it in because that doesn't work.
Don't what?
Don't keep it in.
Oh yeah. I tried that too.
Yeah,
I tried that too.
yeah. No,
You gotta, yeah,
you gotta have a support system that knows you, understands you, encourages you,
right.
but also, you also because the problem with a good support system is that your loved ones they don't want to see you in pain, and a lot of times to get to where you want to go, you have to go through pain.
A little bit of pain.
Yeah. So a lot of times, it's like a weird dichotomy between like they love me, but like I'm sorry, I have to go through this.
I had to learn the hard way.
Yeah, to get to the real outcome that we're looking for.
Right. And honestly, that's what you just said that's what I had to do. I was that hard headed kid until I got that DUI, bro. If I didn't get that, who knows if I didn't learn that hard ass way? Cause like my parents were trying to help me. It didn't stick. But when they sit your ass down and they're like, you learn quick.
100%. And I mean, I got in trouble too with the law, and I think it was just because like we almost, in a sense, thought we were not invincible, but
Yeah.
I mean, leaving school Friday every Friday, every Thursday, like I was definitely not a normal middle school, high school kid at all. And during the summers when I didn't have like a structure, like I didn't have like anything meaningful to like. They're like, oh, go train for hockey, and I'm like, okay, well, like I'm already good at hockey, so like, no matter what I'm gonna show up, I'm gonna be good. So
Right.
basically, just like I always had during summertime was my hardest time because I could always find ways to get into trouble because I wasn't going down a mission, wasn't going down a path. There was no hockey game this weekend. That was super important. I didn't have hockey practice, right? So that's what I think. Like most people, like just got to figure out the right schedule, right?
Yeah.
Back to the schedule thing.
And you still like obviously you still watch hockey, but are you like do you still have that same passion for hockey that you did when you were playing?
So yes and no. Yes and no. I don't know. So I got lace bite on my skates, so I have to like buy like I'm
You still play?
no, I don't.
Okay. I was about to say.
I know. I have my stick over here in the corner. I stick handle sometimes.
Damn,
no,
stick handling.
Yeah, my skates
that.
my skates have lace bite on them. So basically, what that means, if you don't know, you can't skate. They're not skatable anymore. And growing up, I always had top line skates. So buy a pair of $2,000 skates, but to break in a pair of $2,000 skates, it takes a lot of time on the ice that I just not gonna have right now. So
you're like, if I don't get those $2,000 skates, I ain't skating.
yeah, that's kind of like where I'm at.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah,
Dang.
I've never had anything less than that, so I don't. I would. It'd be weird, like. But yeah,
I mean, you can get you to play again pair of skates, bro. They still get you up and down.
I'm not doing that. No way. No, I was telling my dad the other day. I was like, I want to shoot some pucks. I had this in my hand. I was like, oh, I could rip some pucks right now. So yeah, I was trying to figure out how, I don't know how to set that up somewhere.
Do you golf? Because a lot of my golf and hockey go hand in hand.
My friends golf, and they're really competitive about it. I'll go out with them every once in a while, and I'm honestly really good at it. I just never do it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't have any patience. That's my problem. And after the fourth hole, and I only want to drive. I only just want to hit it as far as I can hit it, and then I'm just like over it. And I don't want to go.
You're a scramble guy.
Yeah, I just don't have patience. Like I can't really get through 18. Like I could do 9, but like 18 is just like dragging.
I remember when I was playing hockey and like all the boys would go play golf after practice. I'm like, what are y'all doing? Like, that's so lame. And now here I am trying to get out on the golf course any chance I get. And I'm like thinking back, like, dang, I wish I would have started golfing with those boys after
Mhm.
hockey practice. Because who knows?
Mhm.
Obviously, you'd be a lot better now, but it's just a cool time. You like just to be outside and then in the
Yeah,
nature, like
and it does slow things down too, which is really nice, right? Like you can have
right.
one-on-one conversations that typically wouldn't have, and like you said, be just being out in the nature. I think is the key part.
Put the phones away, bro. Let's go smack some dingers.
Yeah, let's go talk business. Go talk
Right.
whatever, right?
Have you ever played pickleball?
Yeah.
You have, bro.
Mhm.
What's your take?
Good. I
You
mean,
like it?
yeah. I mean,
All right.
I like sports. Like I
Right. That is true. That is true.
yeah.
But being like a hockey player, like physical, tough, like a lot of action. When I first got into pickleball, I was looking at it like that shit's lame, bro. You
I
stand
mean,
around, you
it's
smack
lame.
this little plastic ball,
It's lame if you're not playing, for sure.
right? But then I started playing it, and it's like, dang, you can
But
really have some good competition in pickleball,
yeah, that's what I was about to say. But you need to be playing people that actually are,
right?
competitive. Because that's my thing. I'm just doesn't. I don't care what we're playing. I am competitive.
Right, same. And
I just can't
yeah,
turn it off.
pickleball. That's fun. I think everybody should just like, even my parents, they just started playing pickleball and they're like 50 something years old. And I was trying to tell them like how good that is just for like their longevity.
Oh
I
yeah.
think everybody, and it's kind of crazy that we're even saying this because like it should just be a known thing that like you just need to continue physical activity as you get older.
No, Larry. It's all about heart rate, right? Gotta keep your heart healthy.
Heart healthy, keeping your bone. It's really bone density. Like when you get older, like your bone density. Like you want to be able to push yourself out of
Yep.
bed, like
Yep.
that little shit.
Go look at everything Joe Rogan talks about. He's like Joe Rogan's a great example of like he's still just working out every single day. Like what you just said, he's like it's all about bone density, trying to
Right.
have as much muscle mass as possible. So then when your body does start taking a shit on you, you have the support system. Like you said, your foundation isn't built on
Yeah.
and Twinkies. All right, you got some stuff here.
Yeah. There's a guy at my gym, bro. This black dude. I just started talking to him the other day. His name is James. 65 years old, bro.
He
Black dude. Oh my God. He's in there like getting busy, bro, at 65 years old. And I was like, we just started, I guess we become like, when you go to some place all the time, you see the same people, you just kind of start to build a thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like trying to tell, I was like, dang, James, bro, are you trying to like, I was just fucking with him. Like, you training for the Olympics? Like, what do you got going on? And this dude, I'm like 65 years old, bro. He's like, no, just, it's not working anymore. I just can't get that feeling.
Not
Like,
that pump.
yes, bro. And then I was trying to explain to him, I was like, dang, James, you're 65 years old, bro. It's not like you don't really need to be like that, the biggest dude in the gym anymore.
You
You
can't.
really you just want to maintain. And then that's exactly what he says. Like, bro, I'm ex-Marine or Marines. Like, I just can't, bro. I got to go until it hurts.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
No, that's
dang, James.
Yep, that's a good mindset.
It is. I've been having it. Actually, I was in the gym too today. Are you aware of the this public figure entrepreneur guy? Ed Milet is his name.
I've heard of him.
Like big. Anyways, I went to one of his conferences when I went to that thing in Vegas last July. He was one of the speakers there, and his whole keynote that he spoke on was about the power of one more. And for just one more, like everything, bro. Just one more, bro. And I really, honestly, I'm not going to lie to anybody, but I literally started implementing that like 2 days ago. It was like, what is that? It was Thursday. I forgot what I was doing, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to do one more. And then today I kept doing it. And today I was like, I'm going to go to 50. I do like 50 little fucking floor, like 50 floors on this Stairmaster.
Mm-hmm.
And usually I hit 50, bro. And I'm hitting the X button and I'm out.
Yep, I get it.
Today I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do one more.
There you go, brother. That's
and
all.
just little things like
this. The other day, I said it's not about changing your life overnight. It's about getting 1% better daily.
Yeah, you did drop some knowledge on me the other day because we talked and I was like low key struggling. We don't have to get into the minutia of what we were talking about, but like what you did say did help me. It was like, dang, like you said, I'm competing with myself though.
Yeah, exactly.
And sometimes I hold myself to a standard that is just not
Realistic.
obtainable. Right, not realistic.
And yeah, it affects other areas that shouldn't be affected.
And when you like broke it down and made me understand that, even though I did not indulge, which I'm proud to say, I did not indulge, like I did understand, like, you know what? It's not that bad if that happens.
Yeah,
It's not the end of the world.
Because when you start beating yourself up, then that's when, yeah, it gets bad.
It's not good. But shit, we've been on here for 55 minutes. I know.
Yeah, I gotta go make some chicken, brother.
Yeah, I could like. I need you to cut me off because I can sit here all night long.
Secret chicken seasoning.
What you got? Come on now. Don't hold out.
No, all right. So I use
ChatGPT taught you this.
no, my buddy taught me this. Basically, I use in this order because I'm colorblind, so I can't. It has to be a specific order, otherwise I can't see how much of like each seasoning is on there. So I have to do the salt first.
You don't measure it? Like
No.
measuring?
No. No, we eye it, bro.
You just eyeball. Okay.
Yeah, what? No, yeah. We eye it.
All right.
Yeah, so pepper first, because I can see it, right? And then we put the
You said because I could see
poultry,
it.
just the normal poultry seasoning, but there's two extra things that we need. Even though there's already salt and pepper mixed in, that's fine, but you still need the side pepper, the poultry seasoning. You need Lawry's. Even though there's salt in it, you need a dash of Lawry's, and then
Lawry's. What is that?
Lawry salt.
Oh.
You need it, and then you need lemon pepper. Yeah, lemon. You need lemon pepper. That's what you need as the final ingredient on the top.
Fire. Is that like a chicken breast or is that chicken like wings?
No. So chicken breasts. Yep. So they start off as chicken breast, but as I prepare them, they get cut into smaller bites.
And then you're cooking it in the stove.
Yep, stainless steel, baby.
Stainless steel, baby. I got when last time I went home, I took my parents' air fryer because they don't use it.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, the air fryer is so clutch.
Yeah.
So clutch. You put the lining, tinfoil in the thing, line up, zero cleanup.
Yeah.
10 minutes, cooked to perfection. But all right, see, here I go again, bro. I can just keep going and going and going again. Your tummy is rumbling. Yo, thanks for doing this, bro. I know
thanks for having me on, brother.
It's not going to be the last time. People are going to get used to that face. So
that big ass calendar behind you, yeah, I'll be on.
Yeah, bro. Honestly, I need to start marking because I don't want it to be like so structured, like how we kind of talked about earlier. Yeah. Like I kind of I want to remove the friction from this whole thing.
On the 12th of this month, otherwise.
Yeah. So, but yeah, man, I look forward to having more talks on record.
100%. Because we do it all the time.
All the time. Right. And we're both good on camera. I think that's like the barrier to entry for a lot of people is just like looking at themselves on camera. Even when my girl look at the podcast, she's looking at herself.
I've been doing it the whole time. I need to get better, but you're here, camera's here, so it's like, can I?
Yeah, this is different because we're doing it online.
Yeah, exactly.
I got to try to look there, and you're here. Yeah. I want to look at you to be engaged.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we're good, bro. All right, man. Yeah. I will. I'll hit you up.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Deuces.
Peace.
Damn, that was actually really good. I really like doing this online podcast setup. At first I was like skeptical about it because I thought, podcast, I need to be physical present with the people, which I do gonna plan on doing too. But for people that I can't be physical present for, I think this is a good little thing. Once I get everything more set up, audio, better camera, like lighting. I didn't even realize, but like I was rocking raccoon eyes that whole time. What if I did this? See if this will help drop some of my raccoon eyes. I don't know. I'm not very good with lighting, to be honest. But what if I did this? I turned it down a little bit. Not as good, but we'll figure it out. If anybody takes anything from these talks and these videos, and if you don't watch the whole thing, just know, like, just knowing that I'm doing this, just use that as motivation. Just fucking do something. Who cares, bro? People are gonna watch it. They're gonna make their remarks. They're gonna make their comments. They're gonna have their thoughts and everything. But at the same time, you're gonna sleep in your own bed. You're gonna do your own stuff, bro. So just like, and I don't know why I feel like I have to like bring value to people and like help people. Maybe there's something just inside of me that I need to get out one day. But from, if anybody's seeing this and you see the podcast, like, dang, Noah Keener's doing a podcast, whatever. If there's one thing that you can take away from it, it's just do something. Just do it. Whatever idea you wanted to make videos about knitting or video games or car videos or whatever, just do it, man. Who cares? We're all going to die one day. And like, you're not going to be in your coffin rolling over because, like, dang, so and so probably didn't like my podcast. So just take action. Just do it. Let the new year be the excuse for you to finally stop being a bitch and take action. Excuse my language. And yeah, that was fun. See you guys.